good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Microsoft destroyed the market straight down, brought it all the way back when they guided up, and they said, we missed because we didn't have enough capacity. Okay, let's give everybody a minute and we'll get going. I'll be right back. Pretty insane. They got us on some puts, but we also have tons of calls, so the calls are going to be good. And I loaded some calls earlier. SMCI looks like it can go 150. Jesus, if it's real. If SMCI is real, it's going to be 732 in the first 5 minutes, and then 850 possibly by the end of the week. Jesus, very possible. SCRV options have come out. What else while we're waiting? First Solar should be at 270. First Solar should be at 270. It's not because they didn't guide up, even though if you beat by 65 cents and you don't guide up for the year, that means they may miss next quarter. But they did that, they said, because they don't know about the election. So that's okay. Okay, let's get started here. Okay, amazing. SPX is flying. It's up 62 now. It's up 62. Our SPX is 55.80s, just went to $5. We bought them at $4. We have some puts, but we bought more calls. Isn't that interesting? So interesting. How far do we go? We are through. So we have a number, a beast number, 54.90 in SPX. If you add 62 to that, you're at 5,500. If we take out 5,509, do we rip to 5,600 today in 160 point up day? Crazy. Remember, if you buy less, if you expect zero, you never whine, you never cry. You buy puts on SPX last night on Microsoft. You buy them at 10. They're nothing. You're going to make 10 points on the other side. We bought double the amount. Okay? So it only has to go up 5 points. Boom, you're back. That's how it works. If you buy too much, you quit and whine and say, oh my God, I suck. That's okay. Because you do. That's it. Very straightforward. Let me tell you, the single biggest attraction from people that lose money and people that make money are people that lie to themselves. That's it. That's the only thing that's the really biggest difference. I'm telling you, we get people in the room here. We get, a certain set of people, I don't know, 25%, 30% make millions of dollars. $500,000, million, 2 million, 5 million, 10 million. They make a ton of money. Then there's a set of people that just come in and say, oh, Sam bought a put for $10. It's at 25 now. So I'm going to go buy it at 25. I mean, think about how stupid that is. How stupid is that? Guys, something that I learned many, many years ago, and I know a lot of you guys are emotional, but let me tell you, I got a message the other day from a guy that says, Sam, you're telling people they're kind of dumb. Well, it is dumb if you overinvest, if you lie to yourself. Okay? It is. And you only get better. If you stop that behavior. Okay? So very, very straightforward. Look, SMCI has been bad for 5, 6, 7 weeks. And for 5, 6, 7 weeks has been beating us up for 30 grand, 40 grand a week. But every single week, we're way positive and making 200 grand a week. So don't care. Okay? That's trading. Okay? Interesting. So today, let's see where SPX goes. If it takes out this 5509 and holds, do we go to 5650 high of year by Friday? Very conceivable. Okay? Fed's going to cut. Look, Japan raised rates, so that's a negative. But the market took off, so that's a positive. Microsoft, very, very sketchy news to start the day, but then they said next quarter it's going to be better. It's going to be better. And they said they did it hit their number because of one thing. They didn't have enough capacity. So now they're going to invest even more, and NVIDIA is going to go up even more. Pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward, right? NDX is up like 300. It can go up 600 if the market takes out 55, 52. Okay? So keep an eye on that. Carvana's starting to move. Goldman Sachs looks like it wants to pop. Lam Research can have a 100-point gain. Now, there's one bit of good news and iffy news. Okay? So, and that news is ASML. ASML looks like they're going to be exempt from the ruling of you can't sell to China and all this bullshit. Okay? On chips. Okay? So it looks like they're going to be exempt, so they're good. But interesting, if you parse the exact words, and nobody knows them yet, but what people are implying, so does that mean the government is still going to come out and say something that NVIDIA can't sell? I don't know. So just understand that. That's your risk. Okay? So that's your risk. And if you know the risk, what's the big deal? Very, very straightforward. Delta CEO comes out and says $500 million issue from CrowdStrike. So worst case, CrowdStrike is going to have to pay that. Maybe they have to pay 3 times that because they didn't test. They didn't test. I mean, really, it's really, really that simple. Okay? And then we see. Okay? NOW hit 850 on earnings, and it dropped. Yesterday it was 880. It dropped $70, and now it's heading back up. If it gets to 826, back to 850. Okay, but today it's all about NVIDIA. If NVIDIA can truly lead, everything can go. And how far does SPX go? Can the SPX really take out 5509, hold all day, and be up 100 before Powell? Okay? Don't know. Now remember, Japan, so the carry trade, guys, what you do is you go borrow money at a low rate in one country, you convert the currency, and then you sell and you invest that at a higher interest rate. So think about this. Say you could go to Japan, and they will loan you money at 1%, just making stuff up. 1%. So say they loan you $1 million. Okay? They loan you $1 million at 1%. And you can take that $1 million and go put it at 4% or 5% in a CD. So you make 4% on that $1 million. You make $40,000 a year. That's it. It's really, really that simple. Now, it isn't that simple because you can't go get $1 million loan. So what you do is you short those bonds, right? So you're shorting them. They put money in your account. You move it over to somewhere else. You convert the currency, and then you do the same thing. So, and if you do that on millions and millions and millions of dollars, you're making a ton of money, okay? So that's the carry trade, and it's been there for a long time because Japan hasn't raised rates. Now they're starting to finally raise rates, okay? So you make less money. Doesn't mean it goes away. You make less money, okay? Remember, end of month, does the whole thing turn around? Maybe. Does that 100 million come in? Maybe. Did we hold? Maybe. Do we rock it? Possibly. And do we go to 5,600 really fast? Interesting, right? Fun happens. But it only happens if you buy less and you don't lie to yourself. If you bought puts and said, oh my God, I'm in puts, I'm in $5,000 worth of puts, I got to sell those at the open. So you're going to sell those, and you're going to bank your $500 that you have left in them, and you're going to miss the buy on the calls. I'm telling you, people do shit like this. They just do. And the reason Sam is Sam, and the reason everybody loves Sam, is because he says it like it is. If you bought $500, say $1,000 in SPX puts, and you just said Sam just bought calls, and you buy 1,500 in SPX calls, and it goes up 5, you're even. If it goes up 10, you made a ton of money, and you don't even give a shit about the call on the puts. That's it. Okay? Avago is now up 9. Hasn't been up 9 in a long time. If NVIDIA goes up 10 or 15, They're going to rocket this sucker. If it goes to 119, they're going to take it to 132 so fast it's going to make your head spin. Okay? And then ASML, see if it holds. But then you have Lam Research tonight. Lam Research tonight. It's down 250. I mean, they're going to tell you, they just told you data center is great. AMD told you data center is great. That means Lam Research. If this takes out 940, probably get to 1,000 that fast. Can you buy the thousands at $1 and goes to 8 by tomorrow? Maybe. But what if Powell comes in and screws everything up? And then everything goes to shit? Okay, that's possible too. So as long as you play the possibilities, you're fine. And you don't overextend, you're fine. ARM has earnings today. If ARM can make 55 cents, I think it goes to 175. Remember, ARM's year is next year. It's not this year. Okay, so keep an eye on it. But you want to see SMCI move. You want NVIDIA through, and you want this 5,500 to hold now since we're through it. Okay, so that's what we know. Okay, let's get started. Good morning, 7:21, end of month. SPX up 61, so say 60. That puts it at 54.96, 54.97. And 3 more, so 5,500, 5,509, 5,552 up, 54.51 down, 54.32, and 5,400. Okay? Avago looks better, 153, 159. NVIDIA, 111, 116, 119. CrowdStrike, 231, 226. It amazes me, the people that are telling people to buy it. It's just fascinating. They're going to guide down. They're not going to make money for 2 years, and they're going to get sued 10 ways to everywhere. Okay? You can't even make this stuff up. Okay? Needs 301 to be better. ASML, 932, 971, underneath 871. Lam Research, 922, may get there in the first 5 minutes. Okay? So keep an eye on that. 922, actually like the 1000s if you can get them at $1. I don't think you can. If you want to add a week to that and get them at 3, becomes interesting. Goldman Sachs, 511, 516. Carvana, 131, 136. AMD, 151, 156. AMD said data center, huge. AI, huge. Can happen. ARM, 149, maybe blisteringly fast. Coin, better. Now, if Powell were to cut today, I don't think he will, but if he were to cut today, Bitcoin is at 73,000. Okay? Why? Because if you cut rates, risk assets are in play. Now, I don't think he's going to do that. It would probably take the market down. It would scare it. But just have to know. Always a possibility. Okay? Coin earnings tomorrow. MicroStrategy, 1740, can't break. SMCI, 709, 732. Tesla, 236. Serve, 21. First Solar, this one may pop to 226 in the first 5 minutes, so keep an eye on that. Microsoft, 414, 409. NOW, if this can get through 819, possible 850. Question 1, please. Sam, question 1, please. What is question 1? Oh, one question, please. You say if he cuts rate, market goes down, but market doesn't. Look, if he were to cut rates, they would say, why are they cutting rates? They'd be like, he knows something, the economy is going to go to shit. So they would be scared, and then it would go up. Okay? So that's what I believe. Okay? Now, it doesn't mean we don't go up and down and all this other stuff. I think all he needs to say to keep this market rally going is say, look, we're going to cut. We now believe that rates are going to come down and they're not going to be higher for longer. That's all he has to say. And if he says that, we rock. And if we can get to 5509 here, we can really, really run. And that's what we know. That's what we know. Okay, everybody have a great trading day. See you in chat.